This evening is a young man that has been driven since he entered high school. He's been waiting for this day. He worked hard for this day. And for most of his teachers and myself, there were days when I just wondered what was going through his head. And then there were other days when he was my go-to guy. So, with no further ado, I present to you the valedictorian of the class of 2015, Keegan Sundberg.
Hello, hello. How now, brown cow. Unique New York. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? Friends and family of the graduating class of 2015, I'd like to take this time to inform you that my hands and feet just got a whole lot sweatier. I mean, seriously, I think the school board will finally have to buy some new cap and gowns after this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure they were sewn together from old basketball warm-ups. My pit stains are probably going to leave a mark. If not, at least a smell. However, I see you fanning your faces with the programs like you're about to pass out. Think about how I feel. Think about how we feel on this grand occasion. You should be down here fanning our faces and unless you want to deal with some heat exhaustion. The last couple of weeks have been amazing. The sun's intense rays and warming shine didn't really help us focus on finals week, but it did greet us with radiant light each morning, restoring the motivation we needed to finish the year. I think we all are enjoying this warm weather. You know why? Because half the track team has been absent during this month. Sweaty or not, here it comes. We've waited a long time for this day, and now it's here, finally. The night we've been working towards over the last 12 years is commencing. You're probably wondering where I'm headed with this. Enough about clammy palms, unfashionable robes, and how the weather's been. What's the message? Where's the part where I say funny things about Davis and bring up old memories we've shared together as a class? Like the time Natalia put super glue in Mr. Johnson's soup. Or when we played Capture the Flag during middle school retreat at Rainbow Glacier Camp. Don't worry, that will come eventually. I don't want to leave anyone out, so I'll make sure to recap the good, the great, and the not so great times. But before that, I have something to say about a guiding principle that has helped me achieve some of my dreams, including the honor of speaking to you from this podium tonight. That principle is time management and dedication to a goal. Time management is a huge contributing factor in maintaining exemplary grades. There will always be time to accomplish things, but how and when you use that time varies on the individual. One may procrastinate until the very deadline of a due date, like we all know Casey likes to do. Or one may sit down and crank out the work as soon as possible. Jenny, Lindsay, you know who you are. Either way, you had the same amount of time to finish the task at hand. Whether the final product of the job is quality depends on your priorities. If you choose to play League of Legends, Final Fantasy, or GTA all day, you're probably going to end up a little short. There's the fan. Most of the time, a rushed paper or hasty project doesn't compare to a polished essay that's been groomed over and over during the time period given to complete it. Yet, some of the best work is created in those frantic last-minute moments. You always have a choice to make. People will tell you when, where, why, and how to do something. But ultimately, you're in charge. You're the one that decides when it's time for play and when it's time for work. Make a commitment to yourself and stay dedicated and make sure you get it done. Beginning something new is the hardest part, but once you get comfortable with it, it becomes easier to finish and you grow to appreciate the work. I know you won't appreciate anything and everything that comes your way, like the map testing we used to skip through by holding down the arrow keys and hitting enter, hoping for the best score, but try your best to accept new things with an open mind. Life is full of surprises. You never know when that thing you decided to blow off would have opened doors for your future. What if Zach never took that mining class? Ponder that for a moment. What if Christine never flew to Washington, D.C. to study the medical field? What if Celia hadn't been around the ocean her whole life trolling for salmon? What if Paige never joined the basketball team? How could she be a baller? What if Zayla didn't live in the Marshall Islands this year? How could she do something incredible? What if Jordan decided to sing in the man choir instead of welding aluminum jet boats? What if Terry didn't know so much about everything? What if Sam never got her own puppy to take care of and love? What if Jenny wasn't so interesting on so many different levels? Like, really? A secret agent chocolatier is pretty impressive. What if Lindsay didn't sing her heart out at Carnegie Hall? What if Kyle never smiled? How weird would that be? What if Casey didn't rock the drums every day at lunch? What if Kiana never skipped class? I don't know how he would have survived the year. What if Josh didn't have such a strong work ethic? He definitely wouldn't be driving his boss truck around right now. What if Natalia had gotten out of town? She would have been missed by everyone, but probably would have started down her path to dermatology already. What if Savannah never saw the movie Nemo? What if Megan didn't love tiny little babies so much? What if Itahau drew in his sketchbook 24/7? Oh wait, he already does. What if Elliot didn't have such a pyro-driven dad? Then we wouldn't have amazing fireworks that go boom, boom, boom. We all have our plans for the future, and it's up to you to create your own destiny. I'm trying to stay away from the cliche thoughts, but some are true. Live your life to the fullest. Never doubt yourself of what you're capable of achieving. If you put the effort in, anything is possible as long as you love what you're doing. Do what makes you happy, because I know our class succeeds the most when we follow our passions. Don't let others tell you how to do it. Heed their advice, but stay individual with your own actions. There may be days when you want to give up. You will bite the dust, feel down, be sad, be mad, be disappointed, feel gloomy, tired, maybe depressed, happy, motivated, energetic, and exhausted. On the days you're having the most trouble, remember there's always a brighter tomorrow. I'll tell you right now, there were countless days in my high school career that I thought the work I was doing was pointless. All the math matrices and subject, verb, predicate nonsense really gave me a run for my money. Like, come on, Davis, am I even going to use this in my future? The little things that seem to have no use are what really make a person strong. Those were the days I had the toughest time staying dedicated to my schoolwork, but all I could do was push through. I knew the intense studying and late-night homework sessions would pay off. The independent online classes in math and personal finance as well as the hours and hours put into English papers and film editing, all had to be for a good reason. No matter how bad I wanted to quit and just give up, it wasn't worth it. When you fall behind, you get buried deeper and deeper. The darkness is difficult to navigate, not to mention find your way out. That's why you should always stay on top of your game. Ride the bull, grab them by the horns. Don't let a few bumps ride you into the ground just because your hands get tired. It's not worth the fall. When your pants get dirty, get back up and brush them off again. Brush them off and try again. We are Alaskan, and we eat it sometimes. I hope your lives are filled with happiness and laughter, but I want you all to know there will be a struggle. So don't quit when you find yourself between a rock and a hard place. Do what's necessary, even if that means cutting off an arm to survive. We've grown and learned a lot since our initial days in elementary, and we must not forget why we worked so hard or the people that helped us reach this milestone today. On behalf of my fellow graduates and myself, let's take these final moments to thank the people that got us here. I'd like to thank Mr. Olson for being the best second grade teacher ever, besides my mom. I think that year was a very critical point in our lives. Even though not all of us were around, you prepared us with the necessities and confidence to enter the old blue middle school, elementary school, the old blue elementary middle school with determination to continue learning. I'd like to thank Miss Land and her musical talents. Without her cheerful smile and fun-loving concerts, many memories would be lost. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say Russian dancing and the waltz was our favorite. I'd like to thank Mark Fontenot for always keeping the science room interesting. You've been around for a couple decades now, and I can't express enough thanks for staying until our senior year. No one will ever forget your sense of humor and health or the catchy nicknames you give Keegan. I'd like to thank Feeks for his generosity by sharing the shop. I don't know how you deal with the mess of tools and the scatter of various machines, boats, and cars. You saved others and myself hundreds of dollars throughout the years in the vocational building. I'd like to thank Mr. McFeeters for the immaculate technology and network bandwidth. Without my laptop, I would be up here babbling about God knows what. By the way, if you're hot, he has the only 2 air conditioning systems in the entire school. I'd like to thank Ms. Danner for teaching me to appreciate art. I'd like to thank Davis. Bam. I'd also like to thank Tiana for supporting us no matter what. I know I said this in my will, but you're the coolest AD anyone could ever ask for, and I just wanted to tell you that in person. Finally, I'd like to thank Ms. Martin. Can we have a big round of applause? You started as our English teacher that laid down the law, but also laughed like a spider monkey. Your teaching in the classroom was astounding, but I'm not sure we needed to watch the Salem witch trials, Their Eyes Were Watching God, or The Girl with the Pearl Earring. When Miss Byer left, all of us kiddos here, When Miss Byer left, all of us kiddos here, someone had to step up and fill her shoes. I can guarantee, as the dean of students, you walked the halls twice as much as she did. Thanks to you, Keanu and I will never litter or spill soda on the bleachers again. Because now we know how it feels to clean those things. I'm grateful for all that you have taught in school and in life lessons. Without you, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. Thank you, and best of luck filling the shoes of school principal next year. You will be missed, but I have no doubt in my mind I'll see you again. To end this rambling, I have a quote in honor of Mr. Chapin. We all remember the great Ray Chapin and wish he was here today. He used to peg Charlie Henry in the head with mat balls and do presidential fitness with us. He was our favorite PE teacher who influenced our class the most. Anyways, what I remember most about Chapin are his references to T.S. Eliot when he tried to get Eliot's attention. Home is where one starts from. Never forget the town or the community members that helped raise you. Haines has been an amazing place to grow up, and none of us could ask for a more inspiring place to live out our youthful lives. As you move on, remember where you came from and the people that truly matter. We are all aboard this crazy train we call life together. Now, graduating class of 2015, I'm proud to say congratulations. We made it. Let it soak in like my dripping wet socks and my sweaty belly button. I can't imagine graduating without you because this class is going up on a Tuesday.